all these people are old enough to remember what the fuck Clinton did. Like Trump, I heard people saying like, Trump's a rapist. Like the way they would hysterically talk about Trump. The actual shit he said is bad enough without dressing it up. His whole thing about Mexicans are rapists. He was talking about illegals, whether he worded it right or not. That's what he was talking about was illegals. Now, the liberals reporting on it, they can't say illegal. They have to say undocumented. But that little worminess of not saying illegal, saying undocumented. Yeah. And I remember when they changed it officially, I watched them on this. They go, well, people don't like illegal. Yeah. You know, so we're gonna say undocumented. Like, okay, so now rape is surprise sex, and what is that? Does that fix rape? So they did that. So that's wormy. That's egghead shit that these people despise. Then they're making out that Trump said all Mexicans, which it's not what he was saying. But what he said was bad enough. Like illegals are not all rapists. You could have focused on it, but then people don't believe you when you start throwing in other shit about him, and then they don't trust you. Meanwhile, Clinton is a rapist. If you're going to accept the evidence of Trump is a rapist, Clinton's definitely a rapist.
Sure. Wait, who's she rape?
She helped fucking destroy the women that
Pizzagate,
accused her husband.
She raped and murdered children through the Comet Ping Pong Pizza restaurant.
Not that when those women said Clinton raped them, Hillary was in on trying to suppress those women. If you believe,
where do you stand on Pizzagate, by the way?
I don't know what that is.
So, okay. In one of the Podesta emails, there was an email that was like, hey, John, I found a handkerchief with a map on the back that looks pizza related. Not sure if this is yours or not. Disregard if
what does that mean?
Nobody knows.
It's nothing.
They started digging.
Who did?
The alt-right, the Nazis.
Well,
the Pepe Frog.
It don't matter.
Very respectable people on Reddit who do solid investigative work. And so pizza is apparently it's a code word for satanic rituals where you rape and murder children, and the entire Democratic establishment has this, you know, and you know that because it's a child sex ring. Yeah. And there's all this evidence, like, you know, the email I just mentioned.
Is that like Alex Jones?
Also, I feel,
saying that
they're all the same.
Yeah, never mind that shit. I'm talking about the actual shit the Clintons did. Hold on.
I love this conspiracy theory.
Well,
this is it's the funniest thing in the fucking world.
So that's a child sex ring.
Yeah, it's a child sex
out
ring.
of a pizza restaurant
called Comet Ping Pong.
It's like the worst Chuck E. Cheese ever.
Yeah. Well, so it seems like this whole silly conspiracy theory thing, because, you know, the evidence is like, oh, well, you know, like, look at this. The description of the business on its own website says it's a fun, family-oriented place. You know, that's pretty suspicious. And it just seems like this silly thing the alt-right is cooking up. But then the guy that owns the pizza restaurant, if you look at his Instagram likes, it's all just suggestive pictures of, like, infants and stuff.
No,
no. Somebody was saying that. Like, if you look, like, he actually, like, there is, like, a little bit of, there's just enough weird shit going on that it's like, okay, there might be some truth here.
Weird. Well, yeah. I don't know. I never believe any of that shit. Or like Ben Franklin rode around in a horse and carriage, Jack the Rippering, whores and children.
I don't know. Nobody would think, you know, if you said Subway Jared was a pedophile 2 weeks before that story broke, people would be like, yeah, come on.
That's everybody just, their pedophile radar is way off because he clearly was a pedophile the whole time.
But I mean, look at Podesta.
But that's every time
someone's a pedophile.
What, you think he's pedophilia?
He's got the same vibes, dude.
As Jared? Jared's pretty strong.
Same vibes.
Does he have a high voice? It's always an adult man that's like, anyway, I talked to Jessica.
It's not high, but it is like,
you know, muted. It's got that like,
Yeah.
They don't like government. Their deepest fear is government, where the people like are qualified. Whenever you hear that they're so qualified, they hate that. That's what all Republicans hate. They want a guy just like them, the guy you could drink beer with fucking idea. Which I guess is Trump or something, and also what a fuck you to people. People told me that it's like a monkey wrench to them throwing it.
Yeah, well, that's what Bill Mitchell said. That's how Bill Mitchell called it. He said it's a change year, and Donald Trump is a change candidate.
If it was Bernie, people would have had to go for Bernie just because that's how bad Trump is. But Hillary was not. If you're below 30 or something, especially a woman who like loves her, that's all these women that voted against Hillary just remembered Hillary.
Yeah, I just love how much it hurt Lena Dunham and how all the people that were hurt by it.
That's a sweet. I mean, I guess it's a thing.
Yeah,
I'm just relieved it's finally over. You know,
yeah,
America.
I just imagine Lena Dunham nude on stage at the Victory Hillary party as the states come in and they know they're losing, and Lena's trying to find more ways to get even more naked. And she can't. She's already completely nude. She's
Lena Dunham reading her reaction to the election, nude.
Oh, you read the thing she wrote about her election night, about her crying in the shower.
It wasn't supposed to be this way. She worked so hard.
It wasn't.
Can you imagine who's her boyfriend? I hope it's just some guy.
No, he's a guy from a
delivers
band.
It's still that guy from the band.
I think so. From Fun. From that.
I was hoping it was just some guy that was like, "This is my fucking ticket. I'm gonna put up with all of this bullshit."
No, it's like a real womany man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But seriously, what are Hillary's accomplishments? I always try to ask somebody that nobody. And I looked up her page of what she got, and it looks like
she made millions of dollars in speaking fees.
Looks like a New York girl's padded resume.
Yeah.
Worked to help veterans get money. What does that mean? Worked to help. Yeah. And then you look it up, and it's like she just showed up for the photo at the last minute. She literally got put off of her husband's name into where the very definition of patriarchy.
Yeah.
She's that.
Yeah.
And they're like, ooh, a woman. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, she was a lawyer prior to. You know,
if
she was a successful litigator. People
think that the
she was the breadwinner the entire time that Bill Clinton was the governor of Arkansas. She was out earning him by probably 200%.
It doesn't make her any more qualified than fucking.
Yeah,
I'd say she's more experienced in government.
The one criticism that's like, she only has a career.
I didn't vote for Trump,
husband.
by the way, for the record. Like, I'm not insane. Like, I would take Hillary over Trump.
And Bill Clinton also like raped them out of all their money while he was in, the White House. So all the amount of legal debt they had when they got out of, when the Clinton's administration ended, they didn't have any real money. I mean,
wait, so they were paying for that out of their own?
Well, they sure.
They had White House counsel.
They had White House counsel.
They had White House counsel, but they also have to spend their own money. So you
can't have the taxpayer paying for your blowjob lawyer.
They're like they were something like $800,000 in debt when he left. Office.
And then he got the book
deal.
If
you think Clinton,
right? Yeah,
I mean, because Clinton's remembered as a good president still. He is overall, like whenever people bring up presidents, they stay up because the economy. I'm telling you, Obama will get the same.
For most people,
because he didn't even have a blowjob.
For most people, those takes aren't really like nuanced, though. It's because
they're not.
They'll remember him as a good president because he was cool. Charismatic.
That's right.
That's it. Because he played that fucking saxophone.
That's the fucking contest. I mean, listen. Like I said, when a bald man could get elected, I'll give a shit whether a woman gets elected.
But like
it's unbelievable what people will vote on.
I think with WikiLeaks, with the FBI, with everything, if it was just some fucking haircut, some fucking square-jawed Mitt Romney type, and like just Martin O'Malley. If all that shit happened to Martin O'Malley, he'd still beat Trump. For sure. I think it was because people. Yeah,
you don't run a candidate. First of all,
I think he would.
She has so much more baggage, dude. She has so much more baggage. It's not just the email.
The second that she won the primary, it was lost. The second she won the primary, it was done.
Yeah,
you don't run someone with a over 50% unlikability rating ever. Yeah. Barry Crimmins said it to me, and I didn't even know that was that bad. Likability rating.
Trump did too. Trump had over 50%.
But that's Republicans.
He was less popular than her.
Right, but a hate vote where you vote out of hate. Republicans are traditionally better.
I don't know. I think that Republicans vote for Republicans. He got as many votes as John McCain and fucking Mitt Romney.
He got Obama voters. He got all these people.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't.
Well, what are you arguing? Like, I don't know what we're disagreeing about. What are you saying?
I don't think that it was. I think that Hillary Clinton was just someone we've known for too long. Her experience was a complete liability because she'd been in her entire. You didn't know shit about Trump, dude.
To everyone.
Of course, Trump was like cutting deals with the mob in New York in the late 70s. Nobody knows that.
She was also a piece of shit during the 2008 election.
Dude, Hillary, did you ever see this?
You know what I didn't understand?
She was a piece of shit to Obama.
She was. She was absolutely. She started, that birth certificate thing.
She did.
That fucking was it Blumenthal? The turban bullshit.
There's a picture of him in like African garb.
All this racist shit that Republicans ran with, as far as Obama's concerned, that all came out of Hillary Clinton's 2000.
Not all of it, but the birther thing.
That birther thing, Hillary Clinton's campaign.
Hillary invented birtherism.
Yes.
Her campaign.
That was her campaign.
I didn't know that.
And you know what? All that Bernie bro bullshit, that was a fucking, that was a line they were pushing with Obama boys back in 2008.
Oh, yeah.
Go look at that.
Obama bots.
No, Obama boys. It was specific. It was the same, because this was before bro was a term.
Because you're supposed to go
it's like,
with
chill out, Obama boys. It's time for a woman or whatever. And here's the thing.
Maybe it is. It ain't time for her.
If they don't have a problem going dirty, why didn't they do that with Trump? And the way you do that with Trump Trump is you don't call him a rapist because you know he's a rapist. You leak stories about how like he couldn't get his dick hard.
Yeah,
or
he's
something.
got a small dick.
He's got
and
a
stuff.
small dick. That's fucking the only thing that ever hurt him was Marco Rubio's hands comment.
Yeah, it's true.
That's it. Just Rubio handed it to you on a fucking golden plate.
He leaked nudes of his wife.
Yeah.
He leaked nudes of his own wife during the fucking election.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, I'm so disappointed, but you know what? These are very tasteful. She's a model.